gentlemen, so if I could just have everyone's attention for one last time this afternoon. So just to finish the meal, we have a few people that would like to say a few words. So has everyone got a nice full glass in front of them? Yeah. Perfect. So on that note, I'm going to hand you over to one of our absolutely gorgeous bridesmaids, our beautiful Jenna.
Good luck.
I'll make some behind.
Just stop here. In the sunshine.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Hello, everyone. Okay, so those of you who don't know me, so I'm Jenna, I'm one of Peter's best friends. I'm a bridesmaid today. So I thought the groom gets a nice little speech from his... Thank you. The groom gets a speech from his best man, so I thought we'll break the mold today and we'll give the bride a little bit of a speech. So I'm really not one to demand the attention of a room, those of you who know me, so I'm really, really nervous about this today. You've got to be very, very kind to me. Okay. Katie, today is your wedding day, the day you say I do. And how honoured are we all to sit here and enjoy this day with you. The intense planning and preparation has brought us here today. The table decorations, dresses and flowers look perfect in every way. I'm so grateful to stand by your side to watch you marry the love of your life. You started off as one of the Robin twins, and now you're here as Peter's wife. You guessed this would be a tearjerker, but now I've said the romantic stuff. I wanted to reminisce about the days 17 hens spent in Magaluf. From the train journey to the airport, songs blasting, drinking from cans. Sarah flirting with the ticket conductor. And Emma ensuring we stick to plans. We finally arrived at Manchester, where we met Sophie, Annie and Lizzie. Along came Catherine and Helen, and that's where things started to get a little bit dizzy. Lucky for us, the flight was short, but up came the dreaded transfer. 15 hens at this point wanted to arrive and let down our hair. We checked in at the hotel, where Matt and Tom came strutting through. The arguments whether to leave the hen top on, none of us had a clue. Our first night out on Magaluf Strip, the first one's quiet, wouldn't you think? But suddenly things took a turn for the worse when Katie downed her drink. It all went south from this point on. The drinks never seemed to stop. We danced away to 90s hits and ended up in Katie's favourite place, the kebab shop. A good night's sleep and an all-inclusive brekkie. No more late nights, I heard us all preach. Time to throw on our black and white costumes. Girls, it's time for Ocean Beach. Our event planner arranged nothing but the best. Emma's the only one who can perform such a stunt. We were on the main bed, surrounded by the pool, the star of the show at the front. We danced and drank and danced some more, down in vodka like we were in a race. But the day was topped off when a surprise came along, a towel with Peter's handsome face. The day came to a close, we couldn't hack anymore, or could we? Just one more drink. The bride-to-be couldn't take anymore, and end of batch was always going to be tricky. But again, we got dolled up. Girls, it's time to get to Nikki. We finally arrived, all glammed up, so drunk we would turn offensive. You can take the girl out to St. Helens, but not St. Helens out the girl. We drank the place out, it was far too expensive. We decided to take a stroll on the beach of Head. We thought Annie had spotted a ship. It wasn't until Lizzie started undressing we realised it's time for a skinny dip. In groups, we jumped and had a swim. No way Sarah was wrecking those plats. Catherine make up 90% of her body. These photos are evident in the WhatsApp chats. The final night, words can't describe how little our expectations were. We'll have a chilled one, we all agreed, but the best laid plans started there. Katie expressed how she really envisioned a night of karaoke with her hens. Well, we aren't ones to disappoint, so agreed to a night of singing with friends. We walked into the EastEnders bar, a small but inviting place. We knew we were in for a very long night when we saw the smile on Katie's face. So we had our professionals, Sarah, Tony, Catherine and Tom, who belted out some absolute classics, then Katie ended with Celine Dion. That early night we confidently planned really didn't exist. Half of the hens made the idiotic decision to stay out and get picked up for the airport at 6. The last day was spent sunbathing in style, tanning up for Katie's special day, ending the most eventful holiday in the most relaxing way. We bonded like a dysfunctional family, but each had Katie's best interests at heart. From our Miss Roberts to your Mrs. Langley, this is where your new story starts. So here we are with those memories forever, a group of friends that did the best.
Breathe. Christian said breathe.
A hen do that was so memorable before you married your man.
Every year, it's not just a hen party. Thanks, Jenna, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the formal bit now. Friends, family, my new family. Yeah, the in-laws. Distinguished guests, and the not so distinguished. Let's see some of them around here. On behalf of the Langley and the Roberts families, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the West Tower in Autumn. And what a venue. Apart from the rain earlier on. Stunning venue, only topped off by the magnificent flower displays and the decorations that Peter and Katie had chosen. Can I just mention briefly, my mother's here today. Okay, I thought I was old. My mother's here, she's the only grandmother of Katie, the only grandmother that Peter has, and Beryl will be 87 on Wednesday. This lady, I tried desperately to get off the dance floor at Stuart and Coco's wedding in October. So Mum, happy birthday for Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Well, thanks everybody for taking the time and the effort to celebrate the wedding of Katie and Peter. If you don't know me, and of course more than half you don't know, I'm David Roberts, Mr. Roberts. Dave. As the day goes on, you can actually call me, would you like a drink, Dave? I've lived for nearly 40 years now with my wife Philomena. And obviously having twin girls, I've had very little opportunity to speak. And certainly far less chance to be listened to. So please will you bear with me as I finally get the chance to offer a few words of wisdom to you all. My speech will be like a mini skirt. Short enough to be interesting, but long enough to cover the essentials. I'm not doing a spot tonight.
Is that on the paper?
That's all the paper. Right, the serious bits. What does a father look for in a guy who's going to take his daughter's hand in marriage? I'll give you the money later, Peter. Handsome, strong, generous, big, tall. Just some of his many, many qualities. You like that one? I thought the snotty stuff. Thanks, guys. Katie was obviously smitten with the lad from Huyton, as she described him when she first came home. The moment they met at the Christmas jumper party in Venue, the club in St Helens, was it his good looks or his fancy jumper, his dancing or his generosity? No, he had a Mr Bean mask on. The romance had definitely begun. So what attributes are myself and Philomena looking for? Katie had found what she was looking for. We wanted honesty, caring, a job, a car, and then very quickly a house, a home. In fact, a house that Peter found and decorated so well, and he made significant alterations to. The garage quickly became the Tipsy Tavern. So Sky TV, a dartboard, a bar. That was the attribute I was looking for. And I'll just take a quick moment to thank Peter's family for making it so very, very easy to get used to the Langleys. You made me so welcome very quickly. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the help in organising this wonderful day so far, apart from the weather. I feel as though my family is growing rather than me losing a daughter. Okay? But Peter, you've got to get better at the beer pong.
So do you.
That was my left hand, wasn't it? You've got to stop, and Philip, you've got to stop losing to your father. So what of Katie, one of my beautiful, stunning daughters? Like Katie, believe it or not, was always the first to everything. The first to be born by 25 minutes, even though you didn't know it. Yeah. The first to run into school always, you were very quick on your feet. The first to run into dance school. And little did I know that hobby would become a career eventually. The first to audition and gain acceptance into LIPA. Two of you, thank you. The first to pass her driving test. Yeah, I remember it well. The examiner went for his dinner. After Katie, he went for his dinner. Emma had to wait an hour. So we're just desperate that both of them could pass on the same day. Of course, they did. She's not the first to get married. Stuart and Coco made me very proud last October. Absolutely stunning today. The homemaker. Like Katie tells me that she works hard to keep the house clean, is that right? It really surprises me. For 20 years at home, she did absolutely nothing. She's recently discovered the lawnmower, but still doesn't know how to use it. She started using the washing machine, hence Peter hired the suit because none of his clothes fit. There is another cycle apart from Boyle. But we've all very, very quickly discovered that Peter is the cook in the family.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Good now, keep it going. It's time for me to shut up and I'll let the real speakers speak after me. You're not supposed to cheer though, by the way. Can I therefore ask you all to stand, please? Please join me in a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Langley, Katie and Peter.
Bloody hell, at least I don't want to joke, didn't you? I think your speech. No, I'm joking, it was good, it was it. I think the rest is nice. Can everyone hear me at the back, yeah? Thanks to everyone who's made the effort to come here today and made the day so far the best day that we could ask for. Some people have made long trips to be here today, but I think we can all agree that the food tastes better when other people are paying for it. So. Before I get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to all the staff here at the West Tower, the waiters, the catering staff, and most importantly, the bar staff. I don't know where she's gone to, but our wedding coordinator today, Josie, who's done an unbelievable job of making sure everything's just in spot on. Next, I'd like to say a huge thank you to our photographer Adam, who's been papping us all today. And of course to Ida Events, who decorated the room and just looks absolutely unbelievable, to be honest with you. So, a round of applause for them. This is just all thank yous, by the way. So, biggest thanks tonight for me, absolute update, sorry, is to Brooksy, who's been filming the day for us. One of the most genuine, generous people in this country. Thanks to everybody here today. Congratulations, because you made the cut. No, seriously, I look around the room and see so many friends and family here. It means a lot to both of us. We just want you to have the best time that you possibly can tonight. That's going to be the best gift that we could ask for. But obviously, say this, put money in your cards. We owe an awful lot to our families, so thanks very much to Katie's family, wherever you are. We've done so much for us over the years. We've welcomed me into the family as one of their own. Really do appreciate it. And as well as a massive thanks to my own family who put up with me for 28 years for the start. But also love Katie since the day that I introduced her. So you've all done so much to help us as a couple as well as individually, and I just want to say thanks very much. Next, I know you're dotted about it, but the bridesmaids, you look absolutely amazing. You've all contributed so much to Katie's life, and it took her on numerous handles because one wasn't enough. On a personal note, I've got to say thanks to my two best men, and more importantly my best mates, Philip and Steve. Firstly, brother Philip, who's genuinely the best person I know, and I love you very, very much. Unfortunately, Steve's a bit funnier, so he gets to see the top table. Steve Mungo has been my best mate for the last 11 to 12 years, and honestly, I don't know why you put up with you sometimes, but we're always on the same way. And I appreciate that you're always on my side, no matter what. Cheers. Before I get into a little story about me and Katie, I'd just like to mention the important friends and family who couldn't be here today. People like my Nan Brenda and Katie's auntie Phil. Two people that we love very, very much. I'm sure they're looking down on us, wishing us all the best. And finally, there's somebody who should be here today, but isn't, unfortunately, Katie's best friend Hattie, who sadly passed away last year. I know that she'll be the first one on the dance floor and the last one off it, so let's make sure that everyone has the best time. Moving on anyway, so as Dave said before, me and Katie have actually been together for 9.5 years now, believe it or not. We met on Christmas Eve 2012. I was parading around a bar in St Helens. I was parading around a bar, but he sold me out. I was parading around a bar called venue in St Helens saying Happy Christmas to anybody and everybody, but for some strange reason someone put a Mr Bean mask on. Anybody who knows Katie will know that she finds anything rowdy or boisterous absolutely hilarious. And she seems to get started straight away. As Jenna mentioned, second thing, we got talking in the kebab shop afterwards, and then we went our separate ways. 2 nights later on Boxing Night, I spotted her again. I'd lost all my mates in the same bar, and somehow I ended up with Katie at the bar. It was here when we shared our first kiss. Oh yeah, classic.
With the mask.
No, the time I worked in McDonald's, which again, classic. I worked at McDonald's at the time and I was working a 12-hour shift time the next day at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, when he was on until 5, I should have been on my way home, but I wasn't. I couldn't escape Katie dragging me around the bar, introducing me to everyone as going, "Everybody, this is my boyfriend, Peter." I can't remember getting home, my phone had died and I hadn't showered. I lived with my dad at the time and my dad came into the room and said, "Are you not at work today?" I said, "Yeah, what time is it?" He said, 2:25 in the afternoon. I was 6 hours late to work. I was still absolutely bladdered. When I got to work, everyone was asking me why I was so late and I just remember sitting in the staff room. I got like a bit of a vague recollection. I was saying to people, I don't know why, but I think I've got a girlfriend. I didn't even know what it is. But within a month it was official. We've had a lot of experiences together. I've seen her graduate, seen her pass a driving test, pass her teaching qualifications, we bought a house together and we got engaged in Paris 2 years ago. We got engaged on February 7th, 2020, and I'll never forget the day until I die. And you probably think, "Oh, it's not lovely," but you're actually wrong. Because I proposed to Katie in like this lovely little park in Paris. She wanted a Nutella crepe, or a pancake to the cheaper people. When she was full up with chocolate, I thought, "Oh, she'll be happy now." So I thought, this is the perfect place to do it. So I dropped some litter on the floor and bent down to pick her up. Bear in mind, I'm 6'6", so as soon as I bent down, she felt like keel over. I quickly grabbed her hand and turned to face her, and I'll never, ever forget her looking down at me and saying, "Oh, Peter, what's up?" But then she realised I was serious and she was crying. Now, this is why I'll never forget the date. It turned out our news wasn't the most important thing to happen that day. We ran around, everybody telling everyone the news. Katie was FaceTiming her family, etc. I texted Nate and said, "Just thought to let you know that me and Katie are engaged." And he texted me back saying, "Decent, have you seen that Philip Schofield off the telly's come out as gay?" Honestly, dude, Philip Schofield's all that up there. The last 2 years absolutely flown by through the crazy COVID times and beyond. We've made it here. And you look absolutely stunning. Aww. You are the bubbliest. You are the bubbliest, genuinely loving person anyone would be privileged to meet. You've worked so hard to make today what it is, and honestly, it is everything. So now you can relax, enjoy it, because you deserve it. So I'd like to make my final toast, and I'm going to get absolutely blown. Again, if you can all be upstanding. As we toast again to my amazing wife. The privilege of introducing you to the best man number one. The best brother you could ever ask for, Philip.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Philip, Peter's older, best looking brother. And also the spare best man. Steve's the one who said on the top table being on the dad, so. My story starts on the 9th of April 1990, which is the day I was born. Our family already had Jennifer and now they had a perfect firstborn son. I was immediately a favourite and practically untouchable. 18 months later, Helen was born and our family was complete. Jennifer had a sister and I was the favourite and everyone was happy. Unfortunately, around June or July 1993, mistakes were made and 9 months later, she became an unwelcome addition to my life. When we were introduced for the first time, I took one look at her and I knew it was no contest. I I would remain the fan favourite, and Peter would spend the first 2 years of his life crying and whinging for attention. Little did I know that in the background he was formulating the plot, and one day when everyone's back was turned, he seized his moments. Running into the kitchen, reaching up for the jug on the worktop, he turns to me and winked, and then poured the jug of boiling hot gravy all over himself. My dad said that I had run his whole body under the cold tap, being able to save what was left of him, but the ambulance crew and the full body burn suit would suggest otherwise. I could only stand and applaud the lads he was willing to go to for a bit of attention. Unfortunately for me, Peter's plan worked, and he came to be known in my dad's eyes as the best boy. I can only assume that my dad felt guilty for suggesting cold tap water would heal Peter's melting body. My mum just chose to turn a blind eye and deaf ear to more than anyone doing on Peter's behalf. From that day forward, I regard Peter as my mortal enemy. He tried his best to make amends, but I was not so willing to forgive. Growing up, I had no other brother, so I was forced to spend time with Peter. We would wrestle and he thought it was playtime, but the truth is, I meant every single one of those show songs. When Peter became a teenager, like all the teenage boys, he discovered the internet. Unlike all the teenage boys, Peter spent his whole time browsing YouTube, watching videos of comedians doing their stand-up. He would spend hours memorising their jokes, whilst I found hilarious inside. I had to save face by telling him, Peter, you're just not funny. Eventually we did begin to bond right around the time he was old enough to start drinking. His part-time job at McDonald's couldn't sustain his social life. I mean, the roulette didn't help either, like. And he'd ask me to lend him money on a daily basis. When I first met Katie, Peter phoned me in the morning to see if I fancied a few pints in town that night. I was like, yeah, sound. And he said, well, you'll have to lend me the money then, because I'm skint. So he invited me out for a pint, and then I had to pay for him anyway. I had to pay for coffee as well, because she obviously tagged along. We were talking about Slims, and he says to me, do you mind if Katie meets us out? And I was like, who's Katie? She was some girl that he'd been speaking to. It was the first time I'd seen her properly nervous, and I'm thinking to myself, bloody hell, how bad's this going to be like? In walks this girl with 2 black eyes and a swollen nose. Apparently it was a dancing injury. And I'm thinking to myself, well, she must not be very good dancing then. But underneath all the bruising and the swelling, she's a good looking girl, and he's done very well for himself. Then she's introduced herself, and I'm thinking, oh no, he's only going to go with a girl from St. Anne's of all places. As it was, she turned out to be sound, and when Uncle Slim got on the bar with his bottle of Jaeger, Katie made sure she was front of the key top shop or down her throat. I knew then that she'd fit in fine just with us. She fit in just fine with us. Maybe my thoughts on St. Anne's were misguided, and they're not all that bad. I could see that Peter was clearly smitten, and he was showing off generously buying all Katie's drinks with all of my money. At some point we all lost each other that night as the alcohol took effect, and we all went home separately. When I got to Peter's the following morning, he wasn't there, and I thought, oh, I'll just see him at the match. I turned up at the King Charles wearing the same Jaeger same jumper as the night before. It was obvious that he spent the night in Katie's. Because just goes to show you can take the girl out of St. Helens, but you can't take it. When Katie went away to work on the ships, Peter was devastated, and I didn't think that it would work out. But he stood together, and he would get out to sea whenever he could, using Catherine's free train tickets to go to Southampton. Or flying out to Dublin on the Bank of Phillip. When Katie decided it was home time, it wasn't long before they found their perfect home in Prescott, where Peter said he never wanted to live. But apparently it's the place to be in. Not long after that, I got a phone call. Philip, I'm going to Paris and need an engagement ring. So once again, I came to the rescue. Thankfully, my sacrifice wasn't in vain, and here we are today. I just want to say, Katie, you look absolutely stunning today. You're kind, caring, hard-working, and an amazing auntie to our kids. It's been a privilege to get to be part of our family for the last 10 years, and I'm so happy that you're officially on with. I know I always said I never want to be anyone's best man, but no one wants to listen to my voice any longer. But I'm really pleased that you asked me to stand with you today and ask for a better brother or a best mate. I wish you both lifetime of happiness and I hope you have an amazing day. So everyone can raise the glasses.
Well, not quite sure I'm going to top that one, Philip. Thanks for that. Hello, can you all hear me in the back there? Yeah, can you hear me in the cheap seats? I'm looking at you, David Phillips. Got all three, you know. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Steve. I'm Peter's other best man, or as I like to think of myself, the better man. Is that right, Philip? I'll tell you what, as you work your way down the room, you can see who Peter and Kate like the most, can't you really? That's why I'm sat here and you're there. Don't worry. Inheritance tax is in front of 2 years. No, but I'd like to give a special mention to Philip. He's the other best man today, as you all know. He should be on the top tail really, not me, but, you know, I'm the funny one, like Peter said. But no, to be fair to Philip, he's done a lot for these two over the last few years. He's looked up to them. He's Peter's biggest brother, well, he's only brother. But no, he's done a lot for them over the years, and without his support, Peter wouldn't be the person he is today. Whether we should be thanking Philip for that or not, but no, Philip organised the Boss Stag Do for everyone. He sorted out the flights, the accommodation, the activities. Everyone knew where they were supposed to be, when they were supposed to be there. He single-handedly sorted out the Stag Do, and he's helped a lot for this wedding today. So, round of applause to you again, Philip. You only put that much effort into his own marriage, but Phil, why have you said that? Can we have another round of applause, please, for the staff at West Tower today for on this amazing day? Happy couple, making sure they had the best possible day. I know they were both a bit nervous about whether or not they would go ahead with vaccinations, masks, COVID passports. Luckily for Katie, she's been used to a sharp prick for 9 years, so... Not you, Dave. But seriously, they've done an amazing job. And a special mention to Katie as well for getting everything signed off today. Because if we know one thing about Peter, it's that he lets you know when he's not very happy with something. So, can we just say that, you know, Katie's gone through a lot today to get today sorted. So, he's the most stubborn man in Liverpool. If we're ever going to a night out, or we're going to bars, or we're organising things, or a meal, it's always, where are you going to? No, I'm not going. Honest to God, it's like he says, if Peter went there, Peter don't care. For those of you who don't actually know, I met Peter 12 years ago in college. We did our A-levels together. What can I say?
Take you past.
Tall, dark, handsome. Peter wasn't bad either, but I first saw him walk around the grounds of Carmel College in his Mickey Mouse jumper, his bootcut jeans, his fringe to the side. I saw him walk around and I just remember stopping and looking at him and thinking, where's this Karen? But as it goes, we ended up pretty close, to be honest. We did business studies together, and to give you an idea of what Peter was like in business studies, whenever I turned around in the room, he was always sat at the back on his own, and he was either on his phone or looking at the clock behind him. It was honestly amazing if you could get Peter to turn up with a pen, a notepad, and not a nightclub stamp on his hand for 94. He actually got voted the biggest daydreamer in class in our business studies, and once the teacher actually said to us, if you don't want to be here, just go. I've not seen Peter run that fast in his life. Well, like Link for Christie doing 100 metres. But But every Monday, the business tutor would go around the room and quiz everyone on the previous week's work. You know, have you done this, have you done that, what about this, what about that? Peter turned up with this biro that was chewed from the day before, me having my A-star answers in my Lever Arch file that was all nicely coordinated, colour coordinated. He'd ask Peter a question, he'd suddenly sit to attention, and he'd just drag my coursework folder from the desk and start flicking through and give a perfect A-star response. My perfect A-star response. The teacher would then look at me and say, Steve, can you add anything to that? You know, can you build on that? I'd have absolutely nothing. The teacher would look at me and go, oh, maybe next time, you know, I'll have to take a leap out of Peter's book. And, you know. It was honestly amazing. That's just exactly the kind of thing I had to put up with for the last few years. But that's Peter for you. He was always landing on his feet. He was always trying to find the quick answers and always lean on someone else. I mean, look at Phil's bank balance. So. But to be fair to Peter, it's still in good stead, and he's done very well in life. He's got a good job, he's got the love of his new wife, he's got the love of his friends, or, well, friend. And he's very family orientated. I know he looks up to his siblings a lot, and he takes a lot of guidance and counsel from those who are important to him, his family. He's very family orientated. I mean, so would I. I mean, my dad bought my house. But since college we've been pretty close. We've always lived around the corner from each other and we've always been very close since then. We've been on holidays together and I've seen it all. Literally all. We went to Lisbon once and for some reason we ended up on a pull-out sofa bed, even though we booked it, I don't really know why. And within 15 minutes of being on the sofa bed, I was pushed out the bed and Peter was just like that. I've seen it all and there's a reason why I didn't order the prawns. I was actually with Peter the first night he met Katie. Everyone our age used to go to this club called Venue in St Helens. Now, for those of you that haven't had the pleasure, Venue is a dark, smoky, loud, cheap nightclub, the sticky floors, the smell of... the smell of sick wafting through the toilet. It was a very romantic setting, of course.
You're 18.
It was Christmas Eve and the place was absolutely heaving. Unfortunately, due to my youthful looks, I didn't actually get in that night. From what I've been told, it's a lovely set. I mean, I was actually 18 and had my ID, but the bouncer being the bouncer just said, oh no, not tonight, mate, not tonight. And Peter goes over to him and goes, what do you mean, like, what's going on? He goes, oh, I can't have kids in my club, you know, I can't have kids in my club. Peter looks at him and goes, he's just on his knees. But no, as it goes, it was a very good night from what I've heard. But as soon as I didn't get in, Peter actually turned to me and paid £40 for me to get to town that night because a few of our mates were actually in town on a separate night out. So he just gave me the two £40, the two £20 notes and just said, there you go, taxi sorted, off you go, have a good night. So a round of applause for that. No, it's very generous, but thank you for actually paying for that £40. Needless to say, it's on its way back to you. But it just shows that's the kind of person Peter is. Always thinking of others, always being generous and giving, and doing whatever it takes to get inside the bar. Now, I'm not sure how, but Peter told me the next day that he met this girl in that club that night. He was telling me that how fit she was, and how they had a good night, and then I saw the photo. Joking. But no, they told me they really hit it off. It was love at first sight. Their eyes met across this dimly lit, dark, smoky nightclub with the music bouncing. Now, I mean, love is blind, as they all know, so for Katie that would make sense, you know. You see Katie across the bar, you see the dimly lit, the smoke lights. But as you've already been told, Peter was in a Mr. Bean mask, so well, I'll approach your boat, I suppose. But the rest is history, and here we are today, on their wedding day. And I'm sure we can all say that we're all excited to see what the future holds for them both. But as we all know, marriage is hard work, and you find yourself facing difficult questions on these journeys. Luckily for him, Peter just steals all the answers anyway, so... But on this day, your wedding day, on this somewhat wet day, my advice to you both is never go to bed on an argument. Love each other unconditionally, and always keep talking. And if all else fails, and you struggle to keep that spark alive, and you can't really find that passion anymore, or you're struggling to find the way to create like that spark in your life, you can always keep this in your bedroom drawer. And on that note, can I ask you all to be upstanding again one more time? Can you please all raise your glasses, clap your hands, stomp your feet for Mr. and Mrs. Langley? Now get real tight.
Go and have a drink outside, go to the bar, whatever you want to do. Let's just have a bus tonight.